platform, and today we shall be juicing on nitrogen. Nitrogen is a non-metal. You can find this element in period 2 and group 5 of our periodic table. Excellent. Now, group 5 simply means it has 5 electrons in its outermost shell. If we look at this diagram, you find 5 electrons in the outermost shell with a proton number of 7 and mass number or the nucleon number of 14. That is our nitrogen. It is a colorless, odorless, and it also barely reacts. So sometimes we say it's an unreactive gas, but basically it barely reacts simply because of the strong covalent bond that exists between the nitrogen molecule. So take note on that. Remember, they have triple covalent bond. The NN has triple covalent bond. Good. It also makes up about 80% of the composition of air. And we generally consume nitrogen from protein foods. And that is thanks to amino acids that make up proteins. Remember, the amino acids are the monomers of our polymer protein. Now, what do we mean by that? Let us look at some amino acids. We see these are amino acids, and each of these amino acids have nitrogen. Look at your serine. This is your nitrogen. Look at your cysteine. We have a nitrogen, and also in your glutamine and other amino acids. And when these amino acids combine, we have our protein. So this is how we obtain nitrogen in our body from the protein food like meat and chicken that we eat. So we get our nitrogen. So learners, going back to our nitrogen atom, we'll have to build a nitrogen atom and see the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons of our nitrogen. Before us, we have our atomic builder, and we have to construct our nitrogen atom. Here are the protons, neutrons, and electrons. Fitting these subatomic particles in their rightful position in an atom, the protons actually go to the atom's nucleus. So if we try to fit in a proton probably on a shell, it doesn't find its place there. So we take it in the nucleus of the atom. We have what? An ion, which is hydrogen. So we bring in an electron, and this electron goes to the first shell. We now go to the next proton. We have our helium and ion. We balance that up with an electron, and since it's unstable, we need a neutron. The next proton, we have lithium, and since it's unstable, we do what? We bring a neutron and another neutron again because it's still unstable. Remember, we told you that an atom's nucleus is unstable either due to more neutrons compared to protons or more protons compared to the neutrons. Good. And since it is an ion, we introduce another electron. If we bring a neutron, the atom stays the same. The name doesn't change. Another neutron, it doesn't change either, telling you that the neutrons are not responsible for the name of the atom. In other words, it is the protons that identifies an atom. So let us see that. What happens if we bring a proton? Lithium changes to beryllium. You see that? So your lithium changes to beryllium. Another proton, of course, your beryllium changes to what? Your boron. And since we have ions, we introduce our electrons. Excellent. That's your boron neutral atom. But we need nitrogen. So we keep on adding more protons. More protons, we have carbon, ion, we add an electron, and unstable, we add a neutron. And the next proton gives us a nitrogen. But it is unstable, so we add a neutron, and an ion, we introduce an electron. So it is neutral with what? Stable nucleus. So how many protons do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 neutrons as well as 7 electrons. Why? We told you that the nitrogen atom has 7 protons and 14 as nuclear mass. That is the number of protons and neutrons. Thank you, learners. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope it was a good and simple demonstration. If you have any issue or somewhere you did not understand, please lay your comments below and I'll meet you privately.